Welcome to Cloud FastPath, the fastest, simplest, most secure, fully automated solution for transferring and syncing data into Rackspace. Before we get started, I'd like to point out a few things about Cloud FastPath, or as we call it, CFP. Cloud FastPath allows end users and IT administrators to create and manage large-scale data ingest and migration jobs to and from Rackspace. One of Cloud FastPath's greatest benefits, in addition to its speed and security, is the ease with which IT administrators can remotely orchestrate data movement jobs, all via the CFP service. Cloud FastPath is architected for the security-sensitive user. No customer data persists on the CFP service, and no data gets staged or cached. Data moves directly between the data source and Rackspace. All data in motion is encrypted using 256-bit SSL encryption, and administrators receive detailed reports that prove what was migrated. The Cloud FastPath software leverages patent technology that powers some of the world's most demanding and security-intensive use cases, including Wall Street trading, government, and healthcare informatics. In the next 2 to 3 minutes, I'll be showing you how easy it is to create, schedule, and run CFP jobs to move your data from virtually anywhere into your Rackspace account. Once you register for an account, you can log in by clicking the icon on the upper right-hand side of the screen. There, you'll be prompted to input your unique user credentials that you created upon registering. Once the information is inputted and you click Login, Cloud FastPath directs you to the home dashboard. Off to the right-hand side are CFP's points of presence, or POPs. Think of POPs as the on and off ramps on the highway of your data transfer. They sit close to the data centers of your selected sources and targets and decrease the latency in a migration job. Below is our event log. The event log is useful to monitor the state of your jobs. And finally, in the top left part of the screen is CFP's job catalog, which lists all the jobs that have completed, are in process, or are scheduled to run in the future. But let's get started running a job for Rackspace. We do this by selecting the new job icon on the dashboard and give the job a name. Since we are moving files to Rackspace, we could call this job File to Rackspace. Once we click OK, we'll be directed to CFP's configuration page. Here, we're able to create and map different systems for a job. Systems are just the different sources and targets used for these data transfers, and each system can be either a source or a target. This flexibility is great because it allows us to set up bidirectional data movement jobs. The benefit comes into play when you're moving data back and forth between cloud services and other cloud storage environments. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see a number of systems that already exist in a CFP account. They include cloud-based systems like Box and Dropbox, as well as on-premise systems such as different hard drives and storage drives. We already have a system set up for our Rackspace account, so let's select it and move it to our target. We can do this by clicking on the Rackspace system and dragging it to the target area on the right. Now let's create a new system for our source. Creating systems is a snap with Cloud FastPath. We do so by clicking on the new system icon on the bottom left of the screen. We then select the type of system we want to create. Since we are moving files from our company file server, we can select Windows Drive or Share. We're then prompted to select our POP, so let's select our Windows machine. This means that our local Windows laptop or server will be the on-ramp for the data we are moving to Rackspace. We can then select the map drive where our source files reside. Once the new system is created, you will notice that the system changed from orange to blue. This means our system was created successfully and is ready to use for our job. So let's select it and drag and drop it to our source landing area. At this point, we are ready to select the files we want to move to Rackspace. We do this via CFP's file chooser. Using the file chooser, we can easily navigate the source directory and select the files we want. You can select the files by list using our Shift key, or using the Control key, you can select specific directories or files. But once we select the files we would like to migrate, we'll be all set. You can now close out the job configuration window and return to the dashboard to see our newly created job. Running the job is as simple as clicking the play button to the left of the job name. But first, we might prefer to run this job based on a schedule. This can be accomplished by clicking the name of the job and selecting Schedule. CFP directs you to the Schedule window. Here we can see that jobs can be scheduled to run on a one-time basis, a recurring basis based on date, time, and a specific repeat, or they can be triggered by other jobs once they are completed or end. For the purposes of this demonstration, we're just going to run the job manually. While the job is running, it is important to turn our attention to the event log at the bottom of the screen. The event log tells us what's happening step by step through the data pipeline. Initially, Cloud FastPath scans both the source and target to make sure it only moves files that are not on the target or have changed since the last sync. While this job is running, let's look at its progress. There are two ways we accomplish this. First, when a job is playing or has played, we can view job metrics by clicking on the job name. These metrics give us important information about the number of files, the amount of data being moved, the speed, the elapsed time, and the estimated time of completion. The second way is by a graphical representation of the job. We can see this by selecting the History tab on our job. Cloud FastPath also provides transfer logs and deposits it to the Rackspace root directory. It provides a comprehensive report that catalogs what files were migrated and any issues or errors that occurred. Now that the job is complete, we can run this job in the future at any time to make sure that we can pick up any jobs or any files that have changed during the last sync. I hope you've enjoyed a brief introduction to Cloud FastPath. Please reach out to your customer representative to learn about more topics like user and permission mappings and job simulations. In the meantime, we welcome you to register a free trial at www.cloudfastpath.com and try CFP today.